Hi, it's Miss Melton. I'm ready to teach you about sound. So I'm going to go through the flip chart we would have used in class, and I'm going to also do some of the experiments. I'm just going to show you what we would have done. You've probably already done some of the experiments from earlier in the module. So this first experiment was about drum beats. So first, touch your fingers to your neck and hum. You should have felt some movement right here. When you are humming, that is from vibrations, because when you're talking, your vocal cords are vibrating against each other, which causes sound. So, how can I change the sound of the drum? So, I have made a drum here with a plastic cup and this is a piece of rubber, and I'm going to, how can I change that sound? If you said tap it harder, that will increase the volume, make it sound louder. So now I can try, I could do some water, beads of water on here, or some rice. I have an earring, but if you look closely while I tap it, you can see that the beads are moving, and so this top of the drum is vibrating, causing this to move, which the vibration of the lid is what is making the sound. So these are the notes I want you to take. So pause the video if you need to. Write down these notes. Sound is caused by vibrations. Sound has volume, which is loudness and softness. And volume can change with force. More force, the louder the volume. Less force will make it softer. And volume can also change with distance. The greater the distance, the softer the sound. The closer the distance, the louder the sound. Just like with light. The closer you got to the light, the brighter it was. The closer you get to the sound, the louder it is. So now, the next type of experiment is how else can we change besides just volume? Can we change something else? So, I have a box with 3 rubber bands on it. Like such, 3 rubber bands, and what we're going to do is we are going to pluck the rubber bands and see if it makes a different sound. So let's see. Oh, this one's right. So I have different types of rubber bands. This is a thicker rubber band, this is a medium size, and this is a thinner rubber band. And I have them all kind of tight on there. And I can also, if I put a ruler or something on this, so I have this sound. But if I put a ruler on it, make it tighter, or my hand, it's even lower. It's even a lower pitch. So, or actually it's higher. Because I'm making the string shorter, so I'm making it higher. Then, and I can do that with either of these. If I put something on it and make the string shorter, it's going to make it a higher pitch. Same thing, if I make it tighter, if I tighten this up, so I'm making it a little bit tighter, and then if I loosen it, so this is a homemade like mini guitar. Mine's kind of damaged in the bringing it from school to home, but this is something that you can make and make it your own, decorate it, a type of instrument that you can make. So let's see what we're supposed to learn from that. We should have learned that this is something you need to write down. Sound has pitch, high and low. Higher the pitch, the faster the vibration. So that's why the thinner strings are higher, because they have, oh, I just broke this one. Because they're having faster vibrations because they're smaller, so they're making faster vibrations like this. Larger string, thicker string is going to have, you can actually see the vibrations. I can see them. So they're not as fast as the smaller one. Same thing if I loosen or tighten it. The looser, the vibrations are going to be slower, not as fast. I can change the pitch by thickness. So greater the thickness, the lower the pitch, and I can change the pitch by tension or tightness. The greater the tension, the higher the pitch. So change by thickness, change by tension. So I can change volume and I can change pitch, and you're going to have to show that with your instrument that you create. And there's, on the videos, you're going to see lots of different types of experiments and lots of different instruments for you to try. Now this next one is how does sound move, and we're going to use a string and a tuning fork, and I'm going to tell you what would have happened. This is a tuning fork, and what happens is when I hit it, it'll make a hum, and it has the note. This is a C tuning fork. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can hear that on there. It should be a low hum, but I can have a string attached to it, and what I can do is I can tap it and make the tuning fork. I don't know if you can hear it this way. Might hear a low hum, but I can hear it. And what happens is when I hit it, it's going to make that hum, but I can take it and listen on the string. If I don't want to tighten it too tight and stop the vibration. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I can hear the hum through the string. So sound travels through the string. Okay, if I make it too tight, then it won't work. It'll stop the vibrations. So you might have done this with the cups. If you've tried making cups before, and making a telephone at your house with 2 cups. I like to use paper cups. They hold the string better. And what you can do is you can put we tied knots on this, but you can put a paper clip on the end, and you put the string through the hole, tie it, put a paper clip on the end so it won't go out of here, and then one person can talk on this end, and the string is connected. Someone go to the other end and listen, and your voice will travel through, the vibrations will travel through the string. Sometimes it gets a little garbled, and if you stretch the string too tight, then it will stop the vibrations on the string. But if you do it too loose, then it won't travel on the string either. So you kind of got to play with it and get it just right. So what you would have learned from this one is sound can travel through all matter, solids, liquids, and gases, but not empty space. Sound moves through some materials better. Solids are the best for sound to travel through because the particles are small, and vibration, they could vibrate through the particles. Air is the worst. Oops, sorry. So what is sound? Sound lets us know what happens around us. Think about what you learn when you hear a sound, a loud bark. Things are made of matter. Matter is anything that takes up space. When matter vibrates, it makes sound. To vibrate means to move back and forth. Sound is a type of energy, just like light is a type of energy. Sound is a type of energy that comes from things that vibrate. And sound travels as sound waves, and you can see the boy yelling. The sound waves are coming from him. You can feel your throat vibrate when you speak. Put a finger on the front of your throat, say something, and feel your throat vibrate. There's no sound unless something vibrates. Sound moves through air. Sound travels to our ears. Now, how can we use sound to communicate? This is when we would have taken the string with the cup and practiced using sound to communicate. So, and make sure check the tightness. Sound can be used for communication, but distance can hinder volume and clarity. So the further you are away from someone can hinder the volume, how loud it sounds, and clarity is how clear it sounds. So you can use what you know to change the volume and pitch with a ruler. I do not have a ruler here, but if you take a ruler or anything and you have it on the end of a table, and then you pluck it, the longer the ruler is off the table, the lower the pitch. When you get it closer to the end of the table, the softer the pitch. Rub your finger on your desk. It makes a soft sound. If you slam a door shut, it makes a loud sound. So volume is how loud or soft a sound is. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. Something that vibrates fast makes a high pitch. So if it vibrates very fast, it's high. The peep of a baby chick has a high pitch. Something that vibrates slowly makes a low pitch. The moo of a cow has a low pitch. And you can see here the sound waves. The bark of a big dog vibrates the air slowly. That causes a low pitch. See, it's slow. It's not, if it's faster, like a whistle down here, the waves are closer together. Loudness is how big and tall the waves are. And something soft is going to be like this. This will be soft and high. This would be soft and low pitch. And then something loud is going to be like this. This is loud and low. Or loud and high would be a high. And then also you can have different nails. I have 3 nail sizes here. I have this one is very large, and I'm putting it on a thing to help the sound better. And this is a medium. And this is a small. And what I can do is I can tap it with my pen. So the longer the nail, the lower the pitch, just like with the ruler. If I have a lot of the ruler off the desk and I pluck it, it's going to make a low sound, a low pitch. But if I put it on the edge where there only a little bit is showing and I pluck it, it's going to make a higher pitch because the vibrations are going to be much faster. Same thing with these nails. The larger nail is going to make a lower pitch, just like on instruments. A larger instrument, like a tuba or trombone, is going to make a lower pitch because it has more that the vibrations can go further apart. They have more room, so they'll be slower. So let's try this again. So you can make a little song with the instruments that you have. So I think, there's one more other type of instrument. This is a glass bottle, and you can blow air across it. And this is a kind of a smaller bottle. If I had a bigger bottle, it would make a lower pitch, and this smaller bottle is going to make a higher pitch. So you blow right across it. It still sounds pretty low. So if I had an even smaller bottle, it would make a higher pitch. So there's lots of instruments you can make from around the house. So when you do your instrument project, you can put things together. But remember, you have to be able to show a low pitch and a high pitch, and a soft volume and a loud volume. So you have to show all 4 of those. So if you only have one bottle, how can you make that pitch different? I don't know. So try different things. You can make drums, guitars, you can use different kinds of things to make different sounds. It's all up to you. I hope you enjoy and I hope you've learned something. Keep going through the module because it's going to tell you exactly what you would need to know for this sound unit.